This video is on how to file ITR-1. ITR-1 form can be used by resident individuals who have income from salary or from pension, income from a single house property, income from other sources which may include interest income, dividend income or income from gifts, etc., income from agriculture which is not more than rupees 5,000, and the necessary precondition is that the total income generated from all the above sources shall not exceed rupees 50 lakhs. Form ITR-1 cannot be used by an individual who is either a director of a company or has held any unlisted equity shares at any time during the financial year. The form cannot be used by resident and not ordinarily resident individuals or non-residents. Further, individuals who have earned income through speculative sources like lottery and horse racing, capital gains or income from business and profession cannot use ITR-1 form. A resident who has assets including financial interest in any entity outside India or is a signing authority in any account located outside India cannot use form ITR-1. Similarly, individuals claiming relief of foreign tax paid or double taxation relief cannot file ITR-1 form, along with those individuals who have to report deferred income tax on ESOPs received from an eligible startup. Let us now see the documents required for filing Form ITR-1. You should collect your PAN and Aadhaar number, Form 16 and Form 16A, download AIS and Form 26AS, collect the proof of saving investments or payments, and your bank account and loan account statement before starting filing of Form ITR-1. There are two modes of filing Form ITR-1. You can file the form through online method on the e-filing portal, or you can download the offline utility from the downloads section of the e-filing portal. In order to file ITR-1, you should be a registered user on the e-filing portal with a valid user ID and password. The status of your PAN should be active, and it is recommended that your Aadhaar should be linked with your PAN. Let us now see step by step how do we file ITR-1. You are required to first go to the e-filing portal homepage and click on Login. On the login screen, you are required to enter your username and password. Post login, go to e-file tab, click on Income Tax Returns, and then go to File Income Tax Return. You are required to select the relevant assessment year from the drop-down menu, and then select mode of filing as online and click on Continue button. At this stage, you are not required to select the type of ITR applicable to you. You can click on Start New Filing to file a fresh income tax return. If you have already saved a draft of income tax return earlier, you can continue with the same draft. You are now required to select the status applicable to you to proceed further. To file ITR-1, you should be an individual taxpayer. Now you are required to click on Continue button. You can select ITR-1 from the drop-down menu. However, if you do not know which ITR form is applicable to you, you can click on Proceed button in the left side for wizard-based return selection. Once you click on wizard-based return selection, you would see the qualifying conditions for various ITR. Depending on the kind of conditions which are applicable to you, you can select the correct ITR form applicable to you. After having selected ITR-1, you can click on Proceed with ITR-1. Once you have selected the ITR applicable to you, you can note down the list of documents which are required to help you file your return faster, and then click on Let's Get Started. You can select the checkbox applicable to you to answer that whether you are filing your return for any of the following reasons, and then click on Continue button. After reaching the return summary page, you will see that there are 5 tabs. You have to confirm each tab. Let us go one by one and validate your pre-filled return by clicking on Personal Information and then click on Proceed. The Personal Information tab has 4 parts: Profile, Contact Details, Filing Section and Bank Details. You can check the Profile section. Please confirm your name, last name, PAN, date of birth, Aadhaar number and Aadhaar enrollment ID. In order to change the profile details, you will have to go to the Profile section on the e-filing portal. You may, however, edit your contact details, which contain your address, mobile number and email address. You can also edit the filing section and the bank details. In the filing section, you are required to select the nature of employment from the drop-down menu. Please note that file under section 139 subsection 1 will be auto-selected. However, if you're filing the return in response to a notice under section 139.9, 142.1 or 148, please select the relevant radio buttons. You're now required to select whether you're opting for the new tax regime. Based on your response, you would be eligible for certain deductions and allowances. Please note that if you're opting for the new tax regime, you will not be eligible for those deductions and allowances. You can check the pop-up message and then click on Proceed button. You're now required to give the details of the bank accounts. You can select at least one account for refund and then click on Confirm button. Now the personal information tab is confirmed. You can move to the next tab, which is Gross Total Income. Here you're required to verify the income details under different heads: salary, income from house property, income from other sources and exempt income. You can click on Edit button to edit the details which are pre-filled. If you're claiming relief under section 89, then you're required to file form 10E along with your income tax return. You can click on Add Details to add income from house property. Here you're required to select the type of house property, whether the house property is self-occupied, let out or deemed to be let out. You can click on Add Details to add income from other sources. Here you can select income from interest from saving bank account, interest from deposits or interest from income tax refund. To add another income, you can click on Add button. You can click on Add Details to add the details of exempt income. This is only for reporting purposes. After adding all the incomes, click Confirm to verify income details. Now the Gross Total Income tab is also confirmed. Now you can click on Total Deductions tab. It is important to note the changes in ITR 1 in Total Deductions tab as compared to the previous year. With effect from assessment year 23-24, you would be able to see deduction under section 80CCH, which is a new deduction which states the entire amount contributed by applicants and the central government to the Agniveer Corpus Fund. This benefit is available to those individuals who have subscribed to this scheme on or after November 1, 2022. The deduction is available if you have selected central government as the nature of employer. You can then add the eligible amount of deduction under section 80CCH as contribution to Agnipath scheme. Here you can add the details of the deductions you want to claim if you are opting for the old tax regime by clicking on the relevant deduction tile. You can verify your deduction under different sections of chapter 6A. You can also add the relevant tiles for claiming the deductions. Once the deduction tab is confirmed, you can move to Tax Paid tab. You can verify your total taxes paid by way of TDS on salary, TDS on income other than salary, TCS, advance tax, self-assessment tax, and then click on Confirm button. Tax Paid tab is now confirmed. You can provide confirmation on total tax liability. Total tax liability will be computed by the system as per the income details already furnished by you. You can verify the tax liability details as per the computation of tax. Once the tax liability tab is confirmed, you can now click on Proceed button. If tax payment is required to be made, you can choose to pay now or pay later. It is advisable to pay now and pay the taxes using ePay tax service. To understand how to make tax payment using ePay tax service, you can refer to the video on ePay tax service. After tax payment, you can click on Schedule Tax Paid. You can verify the total taxes paid. Challan details will be auto-populated. You are required to verify the challan details. If no payment is required to be made, you can click on Preview Return. You can check and add your details and then click on Proceed to Preview. This is the preview of return. You can now click on Proceed to Validation. Once the validation is successful, you can click on Proceed to Verification. You can select the option through which you wish to verify your return and then click on Continue button. You can also choose to verify later. However, it is advisable to verify now. After e-verification or verification later, your return will be successfully filed. You can go to the dashboard or you can download receipt. Filing of ITR 1 is very easy. To know more, you can visit our website www.incometax.gov.in or contact our helpline numbers.